What is up, everybody out there in HeroClix land? This is Scott Porter back for day 3 of our new quick and dirty unboxing series for Marvel HeroClix Earth-X. Dun dun dun! If you haven't watched days 1 and 2, please go back and do that. Watch days 1 and 2 and then join us back here. That's the beauty of the internet. It's like time travel. You can go back a couple of days. We have opened some amazing figures already from the Earth-X books themselves. We have also opened up a really bunch of really cool Spider-Man villains, which is kind of a bit of a sub-theme in this particular set. And we even add Stegron yesterday, who was a holdover from the last Marvel HeroClix set of Secret Wars Battle World. So this set is covering an awful lot. Speaking of an awful lot, Earth-X itself was an awful lot. It's like I said on day 1, it's almost a biblical version of the Marvel universe. The way that they tell you from the dawn of humanity until current day how everything ended up being where it is, who's watching, who's ruling over, who's really responsible for all these evolutions of man, who was there at the beginning, who's still there now. Like, there are so many really cool elements. This is the 20th anniversary of Earth-X this year, and I feel like there's a lot of new comic fans out there who haven't read it, so I'm trying not to spoil too much. I can just tell you it's bonkers, it's crazy, it is the brainchild of Alex Ross and Jim Krueger, and man, the stuff that they get away with is insane. So do yourself a favor, go pick up that massive tome right there, which I have, and give it a read because it is worth every minute of your time. I'm here at Hyper RPG Studios in Studio City, California. And the new digs, if you've watched the old videos, their studio looked a little different last time, and now it looks fresh and new, and I've got new toys like brand new cameras. So it's quick, but still a little less dirty this time around. The set comes out in February. The pre-release happens in January, and I can't wait to get my hands on these figures and play with them. But for right now, we're just kind of getting a sneak peek at what is in the set, and with that being said, let's just get right into it. Who are in today's boosters? We haven't seen any of the Fantastic Four. The Fantastic Four play a big role in this. We haven't seen Captain America yet. We haven't seen the Hulk yet. We haven't seen X-51 yet. I don't know, what all we're going to have in this set, but there are so many different characters that play pivotal roles in the series. Let's see. What do we have today? We have the Tinkerer. That's the first time we've ever seen this old man. The Tinkerer there. It looks like we have a generic police sergeant using the same sculpt as Luke Cage yesterday. We have Ox. He's the third member of the Enforcers who are brand new to HeroClix. We saw Fancy Dan and we saw Montana already. So we're seeing the third part of the Enforcers there. And then we've got Spider-Man. And then we have Bubble Wrap. No, this who is in this Bubble Wrap here? And it looks like, oh yeah. Oh, one of the coolest reimaginings of a character within Earth-X is actually this dude right here. Daredevil on his bike. In Earth-X, Daredevil really can't be killed, so I'm very interested to see how you KO him in HeroClix. But holy crap, this sculpt is amazing, man. Wow. That is a brilliant, brilliant sculpt. You see his big pointed tail popping up from behind him. See all the pipes on the bike there. Man, that is rad. Sometimes when we see sculpt reuse and stuff like that, you start to feel, well, man, I wish we had some more, kinetic sculpts, some more energy within the sculpts themselves. And man, that Daredevil really brings it. Here's Ox running right at you there. And I dropped Spider-Man. I'm going to get it real quick. There we go. And here comes Spider-Man. Now, we saw Spider-Man in the starter set that I opened on day 1. So we'll see how Spider-Man in the main set varies from that. So let's get right into it. So that's another super rare. All right, so we've got a Prime with Venom. Yesterday we had a super rare with Medusa. And today we have a super rare with Daredevil, which means the next 2 days could be very boring if we don't get any more special figures. But that being said, I am so excited to see what this Daredevil does. Let's start with this generic police sergeant, though. Take a quick look at him. I do love generics. Anytime we can get new generics in the game, it is very important for force building. You've got Detain and Restrain, special damage power. And power, adjacent opposing characters have Breakaway -1. He's got an Earth-X and police keywords, set number 9. Back of the card. Quick and easy. Boom, boom, boom. 30 points. There you go. All right, moving right on to the Tinkerer. Tinkerer plays into that whole Spider-Man villain sub-theme, which is awesome because we're getting a lot of villains in this set. I know the last couple of sets have been very hero-heavy, so it's great to have a little bit of balance coming in with this set. We've got Masters of Evil, Sinister Syndicate, and Scientist. Set number 7 has a special damage power, all these wonderful toys. Empower, enhancement, power, generate a standard light or heavy object. There you go. 18 with willpower there. It's a pretty high defense for the Tinkerer. Don't underestimate that little old man. Then we'll take a look at the Ox. Now, the cool thing about the Enforcers that we've seen is in Earth-X, the Enforcers are President Osborn, or as I like to call him, President Goblin. Yes, the Green Goblin is the president in Earth-X. They are his main bodyguards within Earth-X, but there's also the mainstream version of them, and it seems that for their first appearance in HeroClix, we are getting both their regular 16 Marvel versions and also getting the Earth-X versions as well. So 2 versions of the Enforcers. Ox has Enforcers, Magia, and Brute. Set number 23. Trait. New boss every week, which all of the Enforcers have. At the beginning of the game, choose a friendly character that can use leadership or mastermind and a keyword that character has. Ox gains that keyword. This does not affect theme teams. Okay. For a big strong man like Ox, only 4 clicks long, but he does have Indomitable. Nothing more than toughness, though. So, going to be a bit of a finesse brute piece, I guess, there. It's going to take some special players to really get the most out of Ox, I think. All right, let's see. We have Spider's Man. How does he differ from the starter set version? We've got Earth-X, Animal, and Monster. Set number 13, The Webs of Illusion. Special attack power when Spider's Man hits with a ranged attack after resolutions. Give each hit target an illusion token. Characters with illusion tokens can't be given free actions. So he neuters the Outwitters, the probability controllers, the perplexers. At the beginning of your turn, remove an illusion token. And I think maybe we did see him on day 2, but we have 2 targets, 4 range, 10 attack, a 16 with some energy shield deflection to kind of show off his ability to get you to look elsewhere, I'm supposing. Very cool, though. Very cool. Now, last but not least, our super rare, our Daredevil. And before we look at the card, I just want to take one more look at this sculpt. Man, just... that bike is rad. Oh, he's so cool. It's all part of that character design, though. You know, the way that they designed him for the books, and HeroClix just kind of jumping off of that. Daredevil is one of the most striking figures within Earth-X as far as the artistic style and how he looks and how different he is from the Daredevil that we know. Daredevil has Earth-X, Celebrity, and Mystical. Set number 54. Now, the first time you see Daredevil in Earth-X, he's putting on an act where he can't be killed. He's lit on fire. He's a proper Daredevil. He's making a jump on his bike. He misses the jump. He falls. He gets impaled on this giant spike like you would find at the bottom of a Mortal Kombat arena, basically. He's impaled on this huge spike, and then as he's slowly pulling himself off, this woman who is named Iron Maiden, who is one of the Skull, who is one of the main villains of Earth-X. She's made completely almost of vibranium, I believe. Iron Maiden is the name that the Skull gives her. She comes blasting in, and she claims the area for the Skull, and Daredevil gets pissed because Daredevil only cares about an audience, and basically the Skull steals his audience. So he has a vendetta against the Skull, and he ends up actually joining in like the weirdest odd couple pairing in Earth-X. It's Captain America and Daredevil both trying to go get the Skull together. Anyway, that's a little backstory on Daredevil and how they changed him in Earth-X. And he's one of my favorite characters in the entire series, actually. All right, let's see. He's got Earth-X, Celebrity, and Mystical keywords. He's set number 54. Can you kill the Daredevil trait? When placing characters during game setup, choose a starting line for Daredevil and give him 3 6 tokens. When Daredevil is attacked, after resolutions, remove a 6 token for each 6 in the attack rule. If Daredevil has a 6 token when he would be KO'd, instead choose a starting line different from the one you most recently chose and turn him to that click. Protected, Pulse Wave. So it seems like he's got a wild dial. You can choose different starting lines. He's got another trait. I hear that teaming up with you may be fatal. I am game. Daredevil can't be chosen for Mastermind. Attacks made by Daredevil or by characters targeting him can't be re-rolled if the attack roll contains a 6. Protected, Pulse Wave. Wow, the name of that power, I hear that teaming up with you may be fatal. I'm game, is a direct line to Captain America, who all the Avengers are dead and Captain America is still alive in Earth-X. That is a very, very pointed and wicked line to make the name of a power. Good job, WizKids. Oh, and it looks like he's got 4 different starting lines. He's very tough to kill. He'll have those 6 tokens, so you can kind of come back onto the map after you get KO'd, quote unquote, and then choose a different starting line. You've got some hypersonic, some charge, some plasticity, some sidestep, a huge assortment of powers, things that Daredevil can do. There's a lot more to Daredevil than you know. It's one of the big mysteries of Earth-X that is eventually explained, and I'm not going to spoil it for you. So go read the book and figure out exactly who this Daredevil is and what drives him. All right, next booster for day 3. Woo! Man, we are burning through this already. Halfway through everything that we've got to do. This is booster number 6. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Ooh. Looks like we've got the Lizard. Keeping with that Spider-Man villain sub-theme. We've got the Tinkerer, who we just saw. We've got Black Panther, who we saw yesterday. We've got Black Knight. This is not Black Bolt. This is Black Knight. This is Uhura Bolt again. This is Medusa and Black Bolt's son. And a big part of Earth-X is them trying to find him, find where he is. And then, yes, I talked about this yesterday, the cursed Namor. Look at that. Half of his body on fire. Every time he leaves the ocean, he is on fire. He was cursed by Franklin Richards after murdering the Human Torch. And, wow, that sculpt, I'm going to break it out so you guys can get a better look at it. Man, this sculpt is insane. Oh, my gosh. What an amazing job they did with this. Wow. Actually, I'm going to try something here. Let's see if we can get this over here. I don't know if we can. Oh yeah. Look at that. Holy crap. Dopest sculpt in the set so far. That thing looks incredible. All right, let's put him in the center there, and we'll take a look at these other guys. We've already seen Black Panther. We've already seen the Tinkerer, so we'll just get through the Lizard and Black Knight and Namor here. If I can get the Lizard out of this plastic pack, because he is a wide load. All right. Man, I am so excited with the character selection so far. I can't wait to see what this Black Knight does. Huge part of the storyline as well. And I love that he takes on his dad's armor, kind of, but with a different twist all its own, with the red markings and everything here. Very, very, very cool. All right, let's take a look at Black Knight since we were just talking about him. He's got Earth-X, Excalibur, Inhumans, Ruler, set number 32. Stiff upper lip, just like King Britain and the Union Jacks. When Black Knight is damaged by an opponent's attack, after resolutions, remove an action token from him. Terrigenesis twice. When a friendly character targets Black Knight with Perplex, after resolutions, roll a d6. If the result is less than Black Knight's click number, modify the chosen value on an additional +1. So anytime anybody's trying to perplex a Inhuman completely, there's always a chance that they get an extra boost and they can get +2 on that perplex. That's pretty rad. We also have his father's legacy, Pulse Wave. When Black Knight uses it, he can use improved targeting, ignoring blocking terrain. After resolutions, destroy all blocking terrain within that use of Pulse Wave's range. Then he's a special damage power Scion and the Apprentice of Kings. Leadership, when Black Knight uses it and succeeds, he has protected Outwit until your next turn. It's the back of his dial. He's got a little invincible there in the front. And you see Iron Men there. I know I've talked about this on day one, but in Earth-X, Tony Stark has kind of sealed himself off in a chamber where whatever evolved the rest of the human race and gave them all powers, he is immune to, because he's inside this bubble, basically. He's not immune to it, but he's just stayed away from it. So he's pretty much the only human, proper human, left. And after all the Avengers die, he creates these robot versions of them, these Iron Men, and gives them the personalities of his old friends. So you've got Steelbolt, who is Hawkeye. You've got Monolith, who was Hank Pym or Giant Man. You've got a Janet Van Dyne. You've got a Quicksilver. You've got Scarlet Witch. And they all have their own personalities. So I was really hoping that we would get actual figures of those Iron Men. But in the first day of video, I showed some tokens, and the tokens are representing them. So I'm guessing if we get Tony Stark, and he's probably a super rare, we might not get him, but if we get him, I'm guessing he utilizes all 6 of those Iron Men. And as the storyline goes on, as you can see, Black Knight ends up joining them. The Iron Men aren't all robots, though. Vision is also a major part of it. He has a big issue with Tony Stark and the way that Tony Stark works with President Goblin, and creates some friction there between the two of them. That's another part of Earth-X that I really, really enjoy. It's a lot of questions of morality and what is morality. And I said earlier, it's like the biblical Marvel universe, where it talks about creation, recreation, birth, death, and how nothing maybe in between matters. It's really deep where they go, but also on the surface, just such a cool reimagining of so many of our favorite characters, and the Vision is a part of that. So the Vision's biggest thing is the Avengers die because Absorbing Man crushes them. So I'm hoping Absorbing Man is in this set too, because Absorbing Man takes Ultron and then uses all the Ultron's powers and kills all the Avengers. Then he gets turned to stone, and they break him into 1,000,000 pieces, and then they give the pieces of Absorbing Man to all the kings and queens of the world at that point, all like the leaders of the countries, to make sure that Absorbing Man never comes back together. Okay, there we go. Little side note, there's so much crammed into Earth-X. It is insane. All right, Lizard. We'll move on to Lizard. Here we go. Lizard has Sinister Syndicate, Animal, Monster, and Scientist. He's set number 3. Real name is Kurt Connors. Yes, way to go, Kurt. Got a trait, Sinister Six United. Stealth, but only if your force has 3 or more characters. Ignoring hindering terrain for improved movement, but only if you have 5 characters. And modify all combat values by +1, only if your force has exactly 6 characters. That is to emulate the Sinister Six. And it's very cool. All of these Sinister Six characters have that. Also has a trait, Cellular Regeneration. If Lizard is on an even click and has no action tokens, heal him 1 click. Yeah, that's nasty. He's going to be hard to get off the board. There's the back of his dial there. Got Blades Cost Fangs all the way down. And last but not least, we're going to look at Namor. One of the coolest parts of Earth-X as well. It explains a lot of Namor's, in the history of Marvel Comics, a lot of times he has amnesia. He doesn't remember exactly who he is. It explains down to the detail why that happens to him. And it's really cool how Uatu and X-51 kind of explain it to you in the back of the issues, and these big, huge text blocks where they talk about all the characters that are in the picture panels of the book. But very Alan Moore-esque, you've got these big blocks of text in the back that help further the story and are definitely worth reading all the way down. Namor has Atlantis, has Earth-X, has Ruler. Still the most dangerous thing in the ocean is a trait. Modify Namor's defense by +2 if he occupies watering terrain. Cursed to burn forever. Poison, but only if Namor does not occupy water terrain. Attacking the UN is a special movement power with Charge and Flurry. So he's got Charge and Flurry. And the back of his card here, ooh, Charge Flurry with 11 attacks, Super Strength, Battle Fury, and Impervious if you start at that 130-point click. So, boom, there we have it. That is day 3 in the books. This set is wicked. I can't wait to play this set in sealed, and then I definitely can't wait to put some theme teams together with all of the Sinister Syndicate and some of these Earth-X characters. I'm hoping I pull Captain America. I probably won't. Because I think he's probably going to end up being a super rare. But I would love to pull Captain America and be able to team him up with Daredevil. That would be a lot of fun. I am super stoked with this set so far. I hope you guys are as well. I hope you guys are enjoying the unboxing series. We've got 2 more days, and then we have a special video coming out on Friday where Jim Kruger, the brains behind most of this Earth-X stuff, will be here to kind of talk about Earth-X, it being the 20th anniversary, and how it translates into HeroClix, and kind of take a look at how he feels about a lot of the versions of the characters that he created and cultivated and shifted. So make sure you guys come back on Friday for that. It's going to be an awesome time. The set comes out in February. The pre-releases start towards the end of January, so make sure you call your local brick and mortar stores and order a brick or a case or a couple of cases like I'm going to. And thank you so much to WizKids for allowing me to kind of do a sneak peek with you out there in HeroClix land. Thank you so much for sending me the product. Thank you to Hyper RPG Studios for allowing me to shoot here in your new digs. And make sure you go and check them out on Twitch and on YouTube. Once again, I am Scott Porter, and I can't wait to see you on day 4 of this quick and dirty unboxing series. But until I do, may all your rolls be critical hits.